Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another QA pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu, and we are currently situated at Belfast International Airport in Ireland, and we are going to be flying today to Leeds Bradford in the United Kingdom. I want to welcome all of you guys in chat here, and I have with us today Stan. Hello, Stan. Morgus, Osama Mohammed, welcome aboard. Dougal Mektevish, and we have Drashal with us. Hello, Drashal. Welcome aboard, my friend. Allah Aruk. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Carl Childers himself. Welcome, guys. Very glad to have you here this evening. And today I've actually put in a poll there for you guys because the weather at Leeds Bradford is absolutely dreadful. So I'm not even sure that we'll be able to make it to the airport. So there is a poll there for you to let me know what would you like to see, and maybe we'll take the final poll vote as we begin the descent towards Leeds Bradford. The reason I wanted to do this is take a look at the released version of Leeds Bradford, but also to show you this rather amazing rendition of Belfast. The airport is truly very, very well done, and what we're going to be doing is taking a look here at the airport before we depart. One thing you'll notice is that the ground textures are done with a high degree of accuracy to the real airport based on the images that I have interrogated before making this stream. The building, the texturing, the custom buildings, custom 3D buildings, everything is done to a very, very high standard. And we're going to just come here to the terminal and show you some of the nice things. Look at those guys here having a meal at, which restaurant is this? I'm not sure. Excuse me. But you can see how the animations are so well done. If we go here again to the actual inside of the terminal, you can see all the beautiful signage there, and there we go. You have a duty free. How about that? Look at the duty free. You've got Starbucks coffee and people having coffee. Very, very nice rendition of the airport interior. Now, I'm not really a big fan of interiors because it doesn't really matter. We're not really going to see anything while we're flying. But I'd like to, showcase the level of detail and the effort that people has gone to in developing this this airport. Very, very nice airport, really. Is this in Ireland or is this in the UK? I'm not sure. Dougal maybe can help me here. It looked like it's north of Ireland. Hello there. Donna and Yasmin are here to say hi. Well, hello. That's my daughter. My daughter Donna and Yasmin. Thank you, sweethearts, for being here with me. Northern Ireland. That's what I thought. Thank you, Yasmin and Donna, for being here. Very, very nice of you. All right. Thrust set simulations. We are going to be doing the group flight. Helder is asking about the group flight. The group flight is going to be this coming Saturday. Information will be available immediately after the stream, but I'll tell you a little bit about it while we are here during the live stream today. Let me show you this part of the airport because I think it's really very well done. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at how beautifully this airport is rendered, and everything just looks exactly like it is in real life. All the little details you've got there, the little aircraft there. Here's the entrance, and we can go up the stairs and go past all the terminals. So are modeled here, so you can go left and right, and then so I'm not sure there. Okay. So this part is not modeled, but as soon as you come to this part of the airport, then everything is modeled here, and you can see the rest of the aircraft and all the folks having a meal here, which is really, really nice. All right. So, again, an airport that I highly recommend. Both airports that we're flying from and to today are highly, highly recommended airports. You'll definitely enjoy them. Here's, again, another look at a different part of the terminal. You can see the guys walking by and people chit-chatting, waiting for their flights. Really, really nice rendition. Very easy on the FPS as well. So I haven't really noticed any degradation in performance with this airport. Overall, a very nice airport to fly from and to. Do you think PMDG will be back? Do you think PMDG will back it up if it is fat enough? I'm not sure. I apologize. Background taxi noises are very loud when it rolls by. Oh, is it? Sorry, Stan. All right, that's the new FSLTL. All right, let's jump into the cockpit there, where it's nice and quiet, and we're going to start setting things up. We are here at stand 18, and we are flying today Jet 2 real world route service to Leeds Bradford in the United Kingdom. All right, first thing we haven't seen, or I haven't shown, I'm sure you guys have seen it on other channels, is the Universal Flight Tablet by PMDG. And PMDG has promised this, and they have lived up to their promise. I do like their electronic flight bag. I like the design of it. I think it's very user-friendly, very easy to use. You can request the data here from SimBrief, and automatically, as you can see here, we have our call sign, the alternate, London Heathrow, the average wind, aircraft registration number. Everything comes from your flight plan there with your zero fuel weight and the distance, departure and arrival estimated times there. And you can also look at the weather. You can look either at the weather in METAR for departure, arrival, and alternate, or you can go to the simple where it displays things. It decodes basically everything for you, which is pretty cool. You also have access, of course, to your to the operational flight plan. You've got your Navigraph charts. Then you have, we got to scan this for the, yeah, well, it's all right. We'll just skip that part. Then, of course, your general preferences here, where you can set things up for the flight. We have everything units in kg and in hectopascal for the pressure units. And, of course, you have the version. Now, what you also have is a performance tool that helps you do the performance calculation, and I really like this a lot. I think that it's done pretty well. Again, lovely integration there. Import from operational flight plan. You can import either from the flight plan or from the aircraft, and you can also import the weather. It will do all the calculation here for you, including your flap settings, your selected temperature for derating, your V1 speeds. Everything will be calculated automatically for you. Alex, welcome aboard. Osama Mohammed, how are you doing, my friend? I'm glad that you're here with us this evening. Thank you very much for being here. And also EKM Surfboard, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. All right, so let's go ahead and start setting things up today for our short hop to Leeds Bradford. First thing first, we're going to turn on the battery switch on. Standby power can go to the on position, and we're going to turn on the ground power. We're going to make sure that the landing gear lever is in the down position. The fuel levers are in the cutoff position, and we're going to check here to make sure that the alternate gear is all in the closed position. We can close this here, and we can start doing our checks. Okay, and first thing first, we'll come here and test the APU fire test. Brilliant. Cargo fire test. Excellent. All right, everything here checks okay. And we can test the lights. Everything looks normal to me. Excellent. And we're going to go and turn the left aft fuel pump and start the APU. Right. APU is now starting. And while the APU starts, let's come here to any other tests we need to perform. No, everything here looks good. Okay, perfect. Actually, let's test the oxygen real quick. And we'll test it on the first officer's side. All right. All is checked here. Excellent. And the EGT is rising. Brilliant. Emergency lights armed. EGT is now coming down. Dave Pilot, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. And we can now, the APU is now available. There we go. APU gen off bus. And there we go. APU gens are on. APU bleed is on. And we can go and turn on the left pack. All right. Now we can go to, let's see here. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right, so Mach speed warning test 1 and 2. Stall warning test 1 and 2. Adheres to nav mode. Line, excellent. And that test okay as well. Yaw damper is on. And everything else is in tip-top shape. Window heat can go on. Hydraulics on. And we're going to test the cockpit voice recorder. And we still haven't loaded the fuel, so we'll do that in a minute. The altitude for our flight today is, if we look at the SimBrief plan here, and marginal VFR at Belfast, but in Leeds Bradford, you can see that it's limited IFR, and this is a very, very dangerous position for most pilots. Well, we'll probably change that according to the result of the poll. Okay, so the final cruise altitude today is 25,000 feet. So let's go ahead and set that here. 25,000 is set. We'll worry about the landing altitude a little later. Let's come here, cancel the master caution, and let's go to the FMC. All right. First thing first, we're going to go to the position in it. We are at Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. And select that. Go to the next page and select the GPS position and set that. Next, we're going to go to the route. Now, we can put the origin airport here, and then we can go to request flight plan. Now, you click here once, then you'll see here there is the route files, PMDG 737, and that's what we want. We want SimBrief RTE, and this is our flight route. We're going to select that. Now we have three things that we need to do. One is we need to set the payload. So I'm going to click once, says SimBrief payload is set. Then we're going to click on set fuel. So the SimBrief block fuel is set. And I'm going to clear those now. And then we're going to go select route. Now we can request the plan. So we're going to click here and wait for the aircraft to do its thing and load the flight plan. It takes a little bit of time to fetch the plan. There we go. Now we can load the plan. Route uplink is loading. And then we just give it a little bit of time until everything loads. And then we will activate and execute. All right. Let's give it some time here. All right. So now you can see that we have the activate button. So we're going to select activate and execute. Now, if you go to the legs page, you'll see that we have the entire flight plan here. And we only need to select the departure and arrival. So the departure out of Belfast is going to be runway 07. There is no SID. So we're going to come to the departure and we're going to select runway 07 and execute that. Then we're going to go back to the index and select the arrival, which is going to be the ILS Yankee 14 at Leeds Bradford. Let's make sure and see if there is any transition into the arrival. There is no transition here, so we'll just... in fact, let me do one thing. Let me take a quick look at the arrival. Here, let's see. All right, so that's our arrival. And there is the ILBF. And that is a VOR station. Okay. So I think we are fine. We're just going to say execute. And then we're going to the next page. We're going to select the center fix and clear the discontinuity and execute that. Hello, friend. Welcome aboard. How do you move so fast in the cabin? I use my mouse and keyboard to do that. All right, so now we have the flight plan here, everything ready. That's the final fix, and that's runway 14. One thing that is good to do always is put the fix. So we're going to put RW14. And we're going to select a radial of 140 and 10 nautical mile radius for situational awareness. Excellent. And from here, we're going to go to the, we can request the wind data. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not sure that it's requested the winds, but okay, let's go next page, next page. Yeah, I'm not sure if it had requested the... All right, let's go to performance initialization. Now, we have everything set from the aircraft. So if I just click here, it will automatically put everything. We should be able to actually select... Let me just go ahead and click this once. And what it will do is it will fetch everything. Now, we've got everything in the aircraft, but we also want the reserve, the cost index, and the final altitude. Now, sometimes it makes approximations. So now you can see perf and uplink is ready. There's an N1, so I'm going to say load. And now you can see there's some things are a little bit different. So the final cruise altitude is 250 for the flight. So I'm going to change, let me execute that. And then we're going to say 250. Oops. There we go, 250, and execute that. Everything else is exactly as it should. If you look at the zero fuel here, so I'm going to say import from the flight plan. We are departing runway 07. It automatically populates everything here for you. We're going to import from the flight plan. That's the total weight, and import the weather. And now we can simply say calculate. So if I click here, vSpace can call with this config. I think I know why. Let me say import from aircraft. Now we get the CG. And now if I say calculate, then it gives me everything here, as you can see. All right, we'll verify this information in a little bit. Okay, so we have 55 as the zero fuel. Everything here looks good. 25,000 is the final cruise altitude for our flight today. Perfect. N1 limit is, if we look here, so N1 is 88.87 is the N1 limit, and the temperature, so takeoff 1, so we can actually select this one here, and we can take a quick look. 47. So the selected temperature is 47. So we're going to just come here and select 47, and it will automatically now select the climb and the takeoff derate for our flight. Perfect. Everything here looks good. And then we're going to go to the takeoff page. We're going to select the CG, which is 20.4. Is that correct, though? CG is 20.4. Yeah, it's an approximation. This is 20.37. So it matches whatever we have in the electronic flight bag. And that is perfectly okay. We're going to select flaps 5 for departure as indicated in the electronic flight bag here. That gives us 135, 136, 140, which is, pretty close to what we have. There's a slight variation from what you see here, but I think that's okay. So 135, 136, and 140. And the trim is 5.56. So let's set our trim real quick. All right, 5.56 is now set, and everything else here looks good. Perfect. We're going to go to the, let's leave that one there. We're going to need to go for, all right, let's just make sure our flight plan is legible as we depart. And we're going to step through, and that looks good. That is our airport. That is the arrival. That's the 10 nautical mile ring that we've created. This is the center fix, the final fix for runway 14. Perfect. Everything is looking pretty good. And we can now set this back to map. All right, map is set. Let's go ahead and set the MCP. Flight directors can go on. And we're going to set the altitude to 25,000 feet. Right, 25,000 is set, and this one goes to 140. Right, 140 is set, and everything here looks good. Excellent. Rejected takeoff for auto brake, and we are pretty much ready to rock and roll. Alrighty. Perfect. So everything's good here, and we can now disconnect the ground power unit. So we're going to go to FS Actions and ground, and I'm going to hold the brake and set the parking brake, and we're going to remove the chocks. That will automatically disconnect the ground power unit. Now we can go back here, select the FMC, and select climb, and we are now ready. Excellent. We're ready for pushback. And let's go ahead and set the altimeter. One more thing we need to do. So we're going to go back to our charts, and we're going to set the landing altitude. So we need, all right, so 874 for the ILS. Oops, 874. So let's come down here and set 874. All right, 874 is set. Excellent. Okay, looks like everything is good. We are ready to go. And we can now call the pushback truck. Everything here, all the fuel pumps are on. We are going to turn on the anti-collision light on, the position light on steady, and we are ready to call the pushback truck. All right, let's go ahead and do that. GSX and request pushback and departure. We are going to use the EasyJet. Handling by EasyJet. All right, perfect. Right, looks like most of you guys are still wanting to fly in,
Hello, Captain. We are ready
you know, less violent weather to enjoy the scenery. So, hello there, Hasso Basso. Welcome aboard, my friend. Anyone see the pole? All right, locking the gear. Look at those beautiful clouds, guys. Ah, that's just really beautiful. After Sim Update 14, and I've made also a couple of changes to the control panel and my settings, and I'm really, really happy that all those jagged lines I used to see on aircraft are gone completely. Right, here we go. We're pushing back. Now, runway 07 is somewhere there, so we need to taxi here, go all the way to the, and that's the runway. All right, gear is being locked. We can bring up some lights here, some panel lights for better visibility. There we go. And as far as the pushback, we want nose to... Let's see. We want nose to the left. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay. Parking brake is released.
Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will.
All right. We have clearance to start our engines. Why is this? All right. There we go. We're going to turn off the pack. And we're going to start with engine number 2. Very nice airport. Look at this beautiful cockpit. All right. Let's give it some fuel. Hello there, Rand. How are you doing, my friend? Hello, Nicholas. Welcome aboard. Will you do a graphic settings video for SU-14? Same as my previous video. Nothing really much has changed other than what I've done for the anti-aliasing, which seems to work pretty well. Right, engines are starting. Right, we have a good start on engine number 2. Let's go and start with engine number 1. Engine number 1 is now spooling. Let's go back, return, FMC, climb. All right, 20%. Let's go ahead and give it fuel. Engine number 1 is now coming up. I don't think GSX is going to stop, so I'm going to say stop here and complete the pushback. Not sure what it's doing. All sorts of strange things lately with GSX. All right.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All right, let's go and confirm our engine, confirming.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All righty. Okay, we have a good start on both engines, Gen 1 and Gen 2. Engine selectors goes to continuous. We can now go up here and turn on the packs to auto, isolation valve to auto. We are going to turn off the APU bleed and turn on the engine bleed. Recirc fans can go to auto. Trim air is on, and probe heat is on, and everything else is good. APU can go to the off position, and taxi lights on, and we are pretty much now ready to go. So let's set our flaps. Flaps 5.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Brilliant. That sounds like more than flaps 5, doesn't it? Yeah, it's kind of gone to flaps 10. So why is it doing? All right. Let's do it once, twice, and 3 times. All right. Now it's flaps 5. All right. That's better. All right. Flight control check. Full up, full down, full left, full right, neutral. And we are ready to taxi to the runway. What is wrong with it today? All right, here we go. Let me set it in my favorite view. All right, All's good here. Flaps are set. And we are good to go. Let's release the parking brake. Why is the parking brake not releasing? All sorts of strange things today. I'm holding the toe brakes, but they somehow don't want to release. Why is that? That's quite odd. Why is the parking brake is not releasing? Any ideas? Maybe press your hardware pedals. I have, but parking brake is not releasing. Why is that? I've had this issue, and the dot. That's the dot button on your keyboard. That is correct. That is. Let's see. Dot button's not doing anything. Control, delete, number pad button. Control. Alright, let's try that. No, it's not doing anything. Something wrong here. Why is it not releasing? The dot button on your keyboard. Yeah, it's not doing anything. The dot button is not doing anything. None of the buttons. All right, let's take a quick look here on the controls, and I've had the problem, so I've programmed a couple of buttons to search for input. Toggle. Okay, so it does have the right brake. Yeah, but if for some reason it's not doing. That's the left brake. Okay. So why is it not doing what it's supposed to do? That's awfully strange. How can we release the brakes now? Gee, it's just stuck. What do I do? You need to press pedal. I am pressing the pedal brakes, but it's just not. The chocks are supposed to be off, but we can. That's a good thing to check. FS actions, ground services. The chocks are set, and now the chocks are removed. Let's see if that helps. Nope. Any ideas, guys? What can we do? Maybe a GSX. It might be. Yeah, it might be the GSX has messed things up. So I'm not sure what to do now with this problem because it won't budge. The parking brake just won't budge. So I'm not sure really what to do. If I give it power, will it do anything? No. Won't do anything at all. Gee, that's really bad. Try shutting down a call. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go to GSX and say restart. And let's see if that works. No, I don't think that works either. Let's try to shut it down completely. We can do that. Exit. And nope. Oh, come on, man. I hate it when things like that happen. It's just, I don't know what to do now. The parking brake wouldn't go off. Try reverse. No. No, it just won't. I can see that I'm pressing the buttons for the toe brakes, but they're not moving. So something is off here. Something is certainly off. The rudders are okay, but yeah, parking brake isn't just budging. Control, no lock. No lock. Control. Let's see, control and delete. Nope. Oops. It's definitely not doing it. Looks like restart. Set pedal sensitivity. I don't have the pedals. They're set to buttons. So, all right. Let me try one thing, guys, before we restart, because it's going to be a long process to restart. So let me just go to the keyboard, and we're going to select toe brake. Let's click that. Let's clear the current input, validate, and then we're going to come to search by input, and we're going to select the left toe brake. Let me select it here and clear that, validate. All right, so now we don't have anything there. And now we can search name, left toe. Doesn't want to show why. Okay, let's just say toe. Huh. That's really strange, isn't it? All right, let's try brake. All right. We have the left brake and the right brake. All right, let's try right brake, and we'll click that. It's already assigned somewhere else. How comes it's validate? All right, and the left toe brake, left brake, start scanning, validate. Let's see if that works. Nope. Looks like a restart, guys. Remove parking brake and you can also replace brakes. Replace brakes. How do we do that? And probably here in the maintenance. Maintenance on the ground, hydraulic, oxygen, cool the brakes, replace the brakes. Okay. I don't think that's going to help, but yeah, that doesn't help. Microsoft and problems, yeah. Well, guys, I think what we can do at this point is really restart. So I don't think this is going anywhere. So I'm just going to go to continue here, and we're just going to do a quick startup And hopefully this problem, I'll check that the problem is resolved. Let's see. That's the only thing we can do at this point, unfortunately. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, we can put the aircraft where it was. But what we'll do, guys, is we'll use the, let's put the aircraft here. And we'll use the pushback, the PMDG pushback. So let me just say start flight here. Yeah, we'll use the FMC ground service. That's what we'll do. Remove parking brake and bind to something else. Yeah, that's all right. We'll figure it out now. And the first thing we'll do is we'll check that the toe brake works. And I know it was working, but it might very well be the case that GSX has messed things up. And it has after sim update. Right, let me change the time here. So, right, let's go ahead and change the time. We'll do it here. All right. So if I click here, yeah, now we can see that it is working. But now it doesn't work. We can't release the brakes again. I'm not sure if this is because, all right, let's try to power up the aircraft. Let me go to battery. Standby power. Ground power is connected. And let's just make sure. Yeah, it looks like it's, I don't know. All right, now it's okay. Alrighty. Okay, so let's start setting things up again. This time, of course, we're not going to go through all the checks. We're just going to really quickly power up the aircraft. I'm not sure why do I have this eye adaptation thing? There is a setting that says some eye adaptation. Let me just see, maybe that's the problem. Let's go to options. General options. There's something related to eye. Some eye thing. Lens correction. No, that is off. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn the fuel. We've already done all our checks previously, so we're just going to go ahead and start the APU here real quick. Things like that do happen. And they only happen on stream. It's an assignment issue. Could be. Could be. All right, let's come here. Window heat is on, and the hydraulics are on. Trim air is on. We're going to turn on the recirc fans on auto. Set our altitude to 25,000 feet. And everything here looks good. Everything here looks good. And we're going to go up here and set the ADDONS to nav mode. All right, nav mode is set. And what else do we need to do here? Everything here looks good. Everything here looks good. The the position light on steady. Yaw damper is on. And let's go quickly down to the FMC. Okay, so from the FMC, we're going to go to position init. We are at Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. And we go to the next page, select our GPS position, and then go to the route. We're going to set the origin airport. We're going to go to request flight plan return. Why is it now not showing the SimBrief flight plan? Oh, darn it. Okay, we're going to request data from SimBrief. All right, so now we have the SimBrief data. Now if we go to request flight plan, we have the SimBrief route. We're going to select here, set payload, set the fuel, select the route, request, and we can remove those. We'll just wait for the plan to become available, and we'll load it. Brilliant. All right, here we go, and load. Wait for the load to complete. All right, perfect. Activate and execute. Next, we're going to go to the departure. We're going to select runway 07 and execute. Back to the index and select our arrival, which is the ILS Yankee 14 at Leeds Bradford, and insert. We're going to go to the next page now and clear the discontinuity. We click here and execute. Brilliant. Let's go to the init, perf init, and we are going to select a request. And the only thing that we need to change is our our cruise altitude. So we'll just wait for the information to pop up here on the display. Excellent. We have everything here. We load and we execute. We'll change the altitude to 250 for the final cruise altitude and execute that. Perfect. N1 limit. The selected temperature, I can't recall what it was, but let's go ahead and select takeoff and climb 1. There we go. I think it was 48, I believe. Yep, that's that looks like it's correct. And flaps 5 for departure. CG is 20.4, 5.56 trim. Here are our speeds. Let's come down here, set our trim real quick. All right, the trim is now set. And let's take a quick look here at the APU. APU is available. There we go. And we can put the pack here on auto. APU bleed is on. We'll worry about the landing altitude a little later. Let's turn on the fasten seatbelt signs. Non-smoking signs are on. Left fuel and right fuel pumps are all on. And we are ready for engine start. Okay, so we're going to put the altitude here to 25,000. We'll worry about the rest of the stuff once we're airborne. I'm quite eager to get in the sky. So let's set this to 25. This one goes to 140. All right, 140 is set. Runway heading is 067. That's close enough. Actually, it's just with 070. All right, altimeter is now set as well. Auto brake to rejected takeoff. And we are ready to start the engine. So we're going to turn off the pack for engine start. And we're going to come here to PMDG actions, FS actions. And then we're going to go to the pushback. We're going to say straight out. We're going to select the tug and we're going to say start.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start straight back. Roger that. Ready for push straight back. Brakes off.
All right.
Brakes released.
There we go. So it looks like something was messed up from GSX. All right.
Brakes released. Here we go.
All right, starting our engines now. Excellent. Engine number 2 is now spooling. Let's bring up some lights. A little bit of panel lights here. Excellent. And fuel. And we can come here and just say stop. Finally. Okay, it's going to ask us to... All right, there we go. Now, why is this guy not disconnecting? All right, let's see here. All right, he's gone and the chocks are removed. Okay. Wow, never had an issue with the PMDG, but it looks like something wrong with GSX today. Yeah. All right, so all is looking good here. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2. Beg your pardon, engine number 1. Right, we have hydraulic pressure, so we can go ahead and select flaps 5. Again, it's doing a strange thing today. No, that is flaps 5. That's all right. Okay, perfect. Give it fuel. And the second engine is now starting. Took us a while, but we blame it on GSX today. And guys, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel. So I appreciate it if you're enjoying your time. Smash that like button. All right. Engines are coming up. Let's bring back the yoke. We have already done all the checks, so we are good to go. One thing, 874 was the... Let's set that here real quick before we forget it. $874. All right, 874 is set. One more thing. Let's take a quick look here. 681. Okay. So maybe 6. All right, 700 is fine. Okay. All right, so the gens are on. Engine selectors 2 continuous. Anti-collision light is on. Actually, let's put this on. And let's bring up some lights here to the cockpit. All right, so we can see packs to auto, isolation valve to auto. We're going to turn off the APU bleed, turn on the engine bleeds, and everything else here is looking in tip-top shape. Let's turn off the APU. Taxi light is on. And ladies and gents, we are finally ready to taxi to the runway. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. There we go. Parking brake is released. Beautiful. Definitely was an issue with GSX. All right, let's give it some power here and let's roll. There's Ryanair going to the other side. We are departing runway 07 here. We'll follow the West Atlantic airline here. There's an EasyJet there taking off. Lovely. All right. We finally made it. Finally on the taxiway going to the runway. God, it took us some time. All right, so here is the results of the poll. Most of you wants to put me under pressure, and that's fine. Yeah, all of you guys want to put me under pressure. 77% wants to put Q8 under pressure, and they don't want me to change the weather, and only 22% wants to enjoy the scenery. All right, well, I can't say much to that other than I am happy to fulfill the requests of my friends and followers. All right, guys. No worries, no worries. Alrighty. That's the runway. Right, we're going to cross runway 17. In terms of performance, Sim Update 14, I think, brings a lot of stability to the sim. But GSX has definitely been acting up with all the stuttering of the vehicles. And I know Captain Canada was also having some trouble with the FPS with it. Brad has been a member for 14 months. Wow, that's a long time, Brad. I thank you for your support, sir. I'm done with bad weather. I'm with you, Alex. Well, all of you guys want the bad weather, so what can I say? Most of you guys want to put Q8 under pressure and have fun with that. So, all right, that's runway 07. Let's put the turn-off lights, landing lights on, and we're going to put the strobes on, and taxi lights can go to the off position. We're armed the auto throttle, and we are cleared for takeoff, runway 7. It's going to be an immediate right turn after departure. So there we go. I could have gone. Oh, actually, let us come this way and make the turn. This is kind of strange looking runway here, but I do want the full length, so I'm just going to come here and make the turn. All right, there we go. Gives us a little bit more runway for the takeoff. And TARA goes our TCAS. Excellent. It's an aircraft just taking off in exactly the opposite direction, which is very strange. And there is an incoming aircraft on the opposite direction, so it looks like the runway wind has changed while we were doing all of this. I'm just going to wait for that aircraft to clear. It looks like there's another aircraft, by the way, there by the runway waiting for the for this aircraft on short final, so I can see it. I'm not sure what's up with the runway winds there, but nonetheless, which better, MSFS or X-Plane? All right, looks like he's gone around, so we are cleared for takeoff. We'll take this to 40%. And Toga. It's actually not Toga today, it's N1, so we're at 88.5. We're derating the takeoff.
8 knots. Deporting.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears going up. Finally. Wow. It really made me stress out. All right. There we go. We're past the 400 feet. So VNAV can go on. VNAV does not want to go on. Yeah, today, all sorts of issues. All sorts of issues. All right, let's see why it doesn't want to VNAV. Not doing anything today. LNAV, VNAV, nothing works. I'm not really sure what's going on today, folks. All right, let's go back to the index. Let's go to perf. Yeah, we've executed that. All right. Not sure why it's not working. VNAV, no LNAV. Gee, what a flight. What's going on today? I really am not sure what is going on today. Oh, flight directors. Thank you. That's what happens when, you know, you start things really quick after, you know, everything that we've went through today. All right, so here we go. That's just a terrible, terrible, terrible flight. Really bad flight. Yeah. So you get, you know, when on stream, when you get into situations like this, it just really, really stresses you out. The stress started kicking in already. Yeah, that's right. And you guys want to stress me more. So, flight director on both sides. Thank you very much, Rick. Appreciate it. Yeah, very good co-pilot. That's right. Oh, look at those clouds, guys. Oof, that is beautiful. Look at that. By the way, in the config file, I have turned off film grain, but I've left the sharpen to be on. So the sharpening is on, but I turned off film grain. I felt that it just gave the sim a much nicer look when you look out the window there. The terrain, the clouds, they look much, much better with the sharpen 1 and film grain off. Eye adaptation, however, I don't know what it does, but I've turned it off. All right, 9,000 feet. Let's turn off the landing lights. Runway turn off lights can go off. Engine selectors go to the off position. And we're going to release the passengers and cabin crew. That is a spectacular view here. Look at that, ladies and gents. Wow, looks really, really nice. All right, we can put this on 40. Let's bring up the traffic here. We'll put the terrain on this side since we do not have weather in the PMDG. What do you mean, Rex? Too many updates for the 737. Good plane, but the systems that used for the updates sucks. Really? I don't follow you. What does that mean? You mean the PMDG center? The PMDG operations center is great in my view. Look at those clouds, guys. Wow. Those clouds look really nice. Again, you can get rid, there's a little bit of definition on the edges, and you can get rid of that by setting the value of sharpen to 0 in your config file. But then that will also affect the ground textures. So I find this to be the better setting of the two between on and off. I'd like to keep it on because I think it just looks better. Let's not start a sim war, guys. I agree. Please do not. All right, so quick update on what's happening this week. I have been granted, of course you guys know that I'm an ORBX ambassador, so I have been granted early access to one of their probably last releases of sceneries in 2023. and we are going to be flying in Italy. I will keep the airport. I will announce it probably tomorrow. I will be doing the flight in the Phoenix A320. So that is coming up on Thursday. This coming Saturday, the 16th of December, we are going to be doing the community flight, so the group flight challenge, and we're going to be doing that at the Thrustmaster Island. Now, the challenge is comprised of 12 quite intimidating challenges. They're quite fun, though. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be attempting those challenges. In order for us to unlock the giveaway by Thrustmaster, which is the Thrustmaster Boeing Captain Pack, we need to clear the 12 challenges. Now, we don't need to, not all of us have to clear all the challenges, but we can collaborate and having, for example, we could have Rand do challenge number 1, a few of us will go and attempt challenge number 2, some of us will do challenge number 3, and that is really going to be the theme of our group flight. The information is gonna I will publish the information immediately after the stream, but there's a range of aircraft that you can fly during this community challenge, including the 747, as well as military aircraft. So single engine Cessna, single engine aircraft, many variation. So you'll be spoiled for choice for the type of aircraft. But we're going to need some of the challenges in the Thrustmaster Island map require specific aircraft to be flown. So how much is the new scenery? Which one? You can type in exclamation scenery, and you should be able to get the link to both. You can click on them and check them out. How do you deal with the PAPI's ILS misaligned in MSFS? Will it be corrected? I have no clue. Hello there, Renan D. Oliveira. How are you doing, my friend? And welcome aboard. All right, we are at the top of climb, and as you can see, guys, the view here is absolutely gorgeous. Now, you guys don't want to see the scenery, and the scenery is absolutely breathtaking at Leeds Bradford. But since you guys want me to fly through the terrible weather, that's what we'll attempt to do. Hopefully, I'll be successful. If not, if we don't crash because of all the terrible wind. Speaking of the wind, if we look at the weather at Leeds Bradford, now this is very dangerous. When you see LIFR, Limited Instrument Flight Rule, that is very, very dangerous because the visibility, look at this, the visibility is less than 1 mile. That is crazy. Look at that. I don't know, guys. Yeah, scenery. Well, you guys let me know. And the poll result said that you guys want to put me under pressure and you want to see it. But this weather condition is in normal life, in real life. I think most pilots with LIFR would probably request an alternate airport to land. For most pilots, this is not achievable. So anyway, I'll give you guys some more time to think about it until we reach top of descent, and we are approaching the. Actually, there's not much before. All right, 56 nautical miles before top of descent. So I'll let you guys think about it a little bit. You already had the pressure at the beginning of the stream, so should be counted. Or a full auto land. Now that is actually not a bad consideration, Dougal, but well, I'll tell you what. Well, let's test the capability of the PMDG with auto land, because the visibility is virtually none, so I will not be able to see anything. Our captain does not fear weather or winds. No, for sure not. Especially not in a sim. All right. So let's set up the aircraft for the arrival. We are going to come here to the init approach reference, and we are going to note our ILS frequency 110.90, and we're going to set it here 110.90 and 110.90. We're going to set it to the active and set it here to the active. We're then going to set the approach course to 138 degrees. All right, let's do that. 138. All right, 138. Perfect. And we'll do the same on this side. 138. So, guys, please do join me in on Saturday for the community challenge. It should be fun. We haven't done a group flight in a very long time. Hello from South Africa, Captain Julian. Welcome aboard, my friend. Yeah, you guys are motivating me because you really want to put me under pressure. Yeah, you guys really want to see that landing. You want to see the, the terrible weather, what the aircraft does, and yeah. I remember we did one at the Faroe Islands, and that was just incredibly difficult approach and landing. But yeah, you guys are giving me all these words of encouragement, so that's okay. Stopping by with the like. Thank you very much, HD Sim. Appreciate it. Very nice of you, sir. All right. So we are now all configured. We need to set the flaps. Now, if we go to, we're just going to go 30 and 145. There we go. 130, 140, actually 136. 146. There we go. All right. So everything's set. And the 33, so it's a good time to catch our altitude, 3,000. Perfect. So let's set this to 3,000. Right, 3,000 is set. And let me make sure that we can do the replay. What do I want to do here? Why did I open this? Yeah, okay. So we're going to interface, and we don't want to disable the default bar. Okay. So one thing we need to do, though, is we need to come to experimental, turn this on. I always forget to do that. All right, so now if we go here, we have the replay. Perfect. Right, let's reset the altitude is already set. Okay, here's stop of descent. Excellent. And we are in for some terrible weather, guys, because most of you want the terrible weather. So we'll do that. We'll just go through the real weather. We're not going to change the weather as per your vote. So once we unlock the, once we pass the 12 challenges on the Thrustmaster Island on Saturday, the giveaway will be unlocked, and one of you guys is going to be very lucky to win the Thrustmaster Boeing Captain Pack, which retails for 599 euros. Will be given to one of you lucky winners. So, yeah, please come join me. Let's have some fun. Of course, we are going to be allowing a live chat through the 122 CTAF frequency on my Discord. But if you don't want to chat live, that's perfectly okay. You can just simply join the flights. You'll be able to enter the giveaway just by being there. And I hope that you guys find it as a fun thing to do. I really am very looking forward to it. Love the new SU-14 Sky colors. Yes, they look pretty nice. weather, generally speaking, in Sim Update 14 looks very good. I think even some of the clouds, some of the formations, some of the strange formations we used to see in all the previous versions of Microsoft Flight Sim are now gone. Now, one thing I do want to tell you guys, maybe I'll make a video of it, but I want you guys, before I make the video, oh, Boeing Corp Mike just coming in with $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it very, very much. And I will be sure to have a cup of coffee after landing today. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support very, very much, sir. Thank you. What did you do with the anti-aliasing? Right. So, my settings, I don't have the MSAA set at 8, which is the maximum. I do have it set at 6. And with that setting, when I move the aircraft like I'm doing now, I would see the jagged lines here, and it just drives me nuts. And the same thing would happen with X-Plane. Now, if I set X-Plane to the full 8 MSAA, it really brings the frame rates down. So in the NVIDIA control panel settings, go to the anti-aliasing settings and set it to enhance the application settings and select 8. And tell me what you think. That is exactly what I've done, and it has really changed the way Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane 12 look completely. There's absolutely no jagged lines, as you can see here. You see that? No jagged lines whatsoever. Why didn't we get the alert for Mike's super chat there? Not sure. Oh, finally it came.
Get a cup of coffee at the airport cafe after you land.
Thank you very much again, Mike. That is very, very, very generous of you. I really appreciate your support. Everyone's support has been invaluable. Really appreciate it, guys. What in Sim? All right, so let me... how about I show you guys my settings and the NVIDIA control panel settings once we land. I'll do that for you guys, no worries. All right, so master caution. What is wrong with the aircraft now? Why master caution? What's going on here? Ooh, what's going on? Off schedule descent. That's strange. Caution. I remember reading something about off schedule descent. I can't remember what it is now, or why is it triggered. All right. I think Carl maybe can help us with that. If you're still there, Carl. Off schedule descent. Very nice livery. Jet 2. The lighting is definitely very, very well done in Microsoft Flight Sim. Set cabin altitude to 25. It is. Cabin altitude is 25. So I'm not sure. Everything has gone haywire in this during this flight today. I'm not sure why. Oof, probe heat hasn't been turned on all this time. Jeez, Louise. Tell you guys, I got really stressed out with the GSX stuff today. So, hence all these mistakes, and I forgot so many things. Yeah. Carl, we're getting this off-schedule descent. I'm sure that I've read something about it, but I can't remember what causes this and what does it mean. Off-schedule descent. Something to do with pressure, maybe? I don't know. Definitely, Carl is very very knowledgeable. A real world captain again has real world insight, so it's very different from all of us, you know, flight simmers. All right, let's see here. Making a turn. Just look at how spectacular the view is. Look at that. I mean, that looks really gorgeous. I get this issue if cruise altitude isn't set on that panel. But you've done that. Yeah, we did. We definitely did. All right. We are at 17,000, folks. And if we look down here, there is restriction at 2,600, which is at the center fix for our approach. We're still looking good. No complaints there. The pressurization system will calculate different climb profiles if cruise altitude is low or high. Flight level 180 is pretty low. The controller should set the pressurization to the destination altitude. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. All right, 14,000, and you can tell if we look here at Navigraph charts and we go to the weather, and if you select, so this is the cloud cover at let's see, 2,000 feet. Look at this, guys. The airport is completely covered with a very thick layer of cloud. As you can see here, and this is here, so this is in this range here, so the color, based on the color, that's what we're looking at. So we're somewhere here, so yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. Let's take a quick look at the turbulence at this altitude. At least there's no turbulence, and let's go cloud cover. Yeah, you see, this is the low cloud top level. Look at that at 2,000 feet. So visibility is going to be really, really bad. Yeah, it's going to be seriously bad. But hey, that's what you guys want. That's what I'll do. All right, here we go. Always a pleasure flying over the United Kingdom. Very beautiful country. And of course, I have all the ORBX regions running. So I have Great Britain South, Central, and North. And so there are a lot of points of interest that unfortunately we'll not be able to see because of all the clouds. But nonetheless, I think you can get a glimpse here of how things look here in the UK as we approach Leeds Bradford. You can see the clouds. Look at this. I mean, you can see how the clouds are pretty thick clouds covering a very low altitudes of the region. Go for, hey, Wycliffe Barrett, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. Go for a full autoland. Sure. Wycliffe, since you just joined, there is a group flight on Saturday, and it's going to be on the Thrustmaster Island. It's going to be in Microsoft Flight Sim. I would be very honored to have you join us on Discord and fly with us in the Thrustmaster Island on Saturday. Do you have the new ORBX UK mesh? Yes. Yes, I do. All right. We are approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Let's turn on the runway turn-off lights. Engine selectors. Seatbelt signs are on. And we still have this scheduled descent. I know I've cleared it before. I'm not sure what to do with it now. Okay. So we are looking good. 10,000 here. We're slowing down. Everything's looking good. We're going to set auto brake to number 2. Unfortunately, we are going away for a few days on Saturday in our caravan. Just no worries at all, my friend. Enjoy your trip in the current. What is there? Enjoy your trip, Wycliffe. No worries at all, my friend. Is there a HUD? I don't know. Let's check. No, there's no HUD in this aircraft. It's not equipped with a HUD. So we're on our own, guys. And we should be fine. I can already see the turbulence here as we descend. So there's going to be slight turbulence and there's going to be some very violent winds. You can see the clouds there, cloud cover. One of the things that Navigraph really helps with is when you're doing your planning, your flight planning, whether you're doing VFR or IFR. Now, the cruise altitude of a flight depends on the wind direction, depends on the weight of the aircraft tremendously. Depends on the weight of the aircraft. But there is a quick trick to help you set the cruise altitude, which is multiplying 100 by the distance in nautical miles. So let's suppose that the distance between A and B is 240 nautical miles. Multiplying that by 100 gives you 24,000. Now that is the initial cruise altitude. Of course, there are many considerations such as the service ceiling of the aircraft, and there are other considerations. The higher you are, the better for fuel efficiency. So Navigraph really helps with that when I do my flight planning, and I'm not depending on Navigraph on SimBrief, especially for VFR flight planning. Very, very helpful to see, for example, your service ceiling, for example, is 10,000 feet in your general aviation aircraft, and you know that there are clouds. You can see the clouds in Navigraph, that you have clouds at 10,000. So maybe you select a lower altitude, or maybe you go 1,000 more if the aircraft allows. So if you have something that allows to go to 14,000, for example, then instead of 10,000, you'd go to 12,000. But if you have an aircraft that is capable of like 30,000 feet, then that's what really makes a difference. Because at those altitudes, you really want to go to the highest altitude possible while you can. So it's very, very helpful to know where your clouds are, what turbulence you've got at those altitudes, and then make adjustments to the final cruise altitude for the flight. Quick trip to West Wales. I don't really like HUD. Yeah, I don't. Neither do I. But under such circumstances, it can be useful. Today, though, we're not going to be doing. But you can already see from look at this, guys. I mean, we can see that we're heading into an area where there is heavy clouds, so there is absolutely no visibility. So maybe we'll do a full auto land and test the capability. I don't think I've done an auto land in a very, very long time. Yeah, I just don't like auto land. It's just no fun. But yeah, considering the circumstance today, I think it's a good time for us to test auto land in the PMDG. I know it works beautifully in the Phoenix A320, but I don't think I've ever tested it in the PMDG in Microsoft Flight Sim. I've done it once in FSX back in the day, but that's about it. So maybe we'll give it a shot. It's almost mandatory in the 787. That is correct, yes. You are correct, Alex. You are correct. All right, let's see here. We forgot about our barrow. All right, everything looks good. Barrow is set. Auto brake is set. The engine mode selectors are in continuous mode. Seatbelt signs are on. Everything's looking good. We are cleared to land. We're not too far, by the way, from the runway, 700 feet for our final approach altitude. And we are... yeah, we keep descending. You know, I wonder, for landing, when you go through thick layers of cloud, do they turn on the engine NTIs? I really am not sure if they turn them on during the landing. My hunch would be no, that they should not. But I'm not exactly sure. Okay, let me adjust my range here. That is 3,000 feet. And as you can see now, the aircraft is decelerating. As I understand, yeah, that is correct. I think they do maybe under 10 Celsius. Well, it is definitely under 10 Celsius. So, yeah, again, Carl may be to the rescue. But considering the circumstances, the current temperature at Leeds Bradford is 6 Celsius. Look at this. This is very, very cold. So, and the conditions are very bad. Very, very bad. All right. Let's see here. We are at exactly 3,000. We are at about 202 knots. We can actually go to flaps 1. So, speed check, flaps 1. All right, and approach is activated. All right, very good. And I'm going to go ahead and select flaps 5. Let's go ahead and lower the landing gear. All right, let's see. All right, CMD2 is engaged. We're going to go all the way down to the 146, I believe, was the final speed. 146, exactly. Right, speed check, flaps 15. All right. Set our view. Visibility is none. Speed check, flaps 25. Speed check, flaps 30. Right, we're clear to land. Wow, we can see the rain drops here.
1,000.
1,000 feet, and we can't see a thing. Wow. We really can't see a thing, guys. We forgot to do this. Alright, record. Alright. I can see the runway lights now.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Leeds Bradford. Oof, we're gonna shoot the runway. Jeez. Oof. What a disaster of a flight today. Just an absolute disaster of everything, is just from start to finish. Yeah. We should probably gone for maximum brakes, and I think I forgot to arm the speed brakes too. Yeah. Now we're seeing horses here. Where did these horses come from? I have absolutely no. Where is the airport now? Jeez Louise. Alright, the airport is somewhere here. Let's try to find it. I have no clue where the airport is now. We're lost. We're totally lost, guys. Wow. Probably this is one of the worst ever flights that I've done in a very long time. I haven't had those in a long time. So, yeah, there we go. That's the parking, and that's the tower. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I know this was not what you've signed up for today, but yeah. I have no clue where we are, but this seems like the runway, and yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to change the weather now. I was really hoping you guys would say, you know, let's enjoy the scenery, but all right, there we go. That's better. And that's the terminal right there. Let me go a bit further down, and then we'll make. It's all right. We'll just make the turn here. All right. Well, welcome to Leeds Bradford. And at least we're going to get to enjoy the beautiful scenery here at Leeds Bradford, a beautiful airport by ORBX. Highly recommend it. Again, to get the links to the airports that we flew from and to during this live stream, just click on type exclamation scenery in chat, and you should be able to get it. But yeah, this was not good. This was not good. What would you be? So what would be this landing rate? Landing rate was 315. But regardless, we shot off the runway. So now all the Transportation Safety Board has summoned their investigators already, and the pilot Kuwait has been suspended from active duty pending the results of the investigation. So there you have it. For those of you who wanted to put me under pressure, I think you've succeeded. Yeah, all right. I'm going to try to go to the gate so I can show you guys the buildings here. I think they've done, ORBX, guys, has done some changes to the scenery since we flew last time, since the last time we flew at the airport. So we're going to just take a quick look again at what they've done, the rendition of the airport, and yeah, there we go. Let's make the turn here. And I really like the work that ORBX does, and you'll definitely appreciate the new airport that we're going to fly to on Thursday. It's going to be an MSFS week this week. Yeah, it looks like we've done a lot of MSFS this week. All right, so here we go. Well, we can set the parking brake. Now it's set. See, now it's all behaving again. Pull the CVR breaker. Yeah, not a bad idea. Look at this, the cockpit voice recorder. Erase. There we go. Everything is erased, and now Q8 pilot has been suspended indefinitely by Jet 2, pending the investigation, the results of the investigation. And the second investigation is why has Q8 erased the cockpit voice recorder. So, and normally, by the way, in real world, when you actually erase, when you click on the erase, it actually triggers something within the airline systems. So all of their aircraft are connected, and if they erase this, it actually triggers something, and the pilots would be in serious trouble. But I'll press it one more time just to make sure that everything is gone. Yeah. All right. So, a couple of things. We can, by the way, take a look at the replay. So let's go to replay, and we're going to say stop and play. Now this is actually the approach as we came into land. And here, let's do. I need to click that. There we go. So that's the approach, and you can see why I wanted to fly in clear weather, because the scenery is just beautiful. And it would have been a really nice approach. Again, way away from the touchdown zone. So the auto land, while it does work, it's not very accurate in the PMDG. And then obviously it took us some time to bring the aircraft to a stop. We overshot the runway and caused one of the flight simulation most hideous aviation accidents. And then we kind of lost our way. We didn't know where to go. So we started doing a lot of funny things. But anyway, there we go. Okay, so let's go back to the replay thing. And let's see, stop here. And where's, oh. Why is it doing this? All right, let's put us back on the. All right, we're back at the game. Perfect. Alrighty. So back here in the aircraft, we can just turn this off.
That was a hard one.
All right. Okay. So let me just show you very quickly this airport, because I think that there are some changes. Again, I really like the details there. Here's the Jet 2 terminal. Looks like, again, very, very nice baked textures there at Leeds Bradford by ORBX. A very nice airport. Highly recommended airport. If you like flying in the UK, it's one airport that you will enjoy flying to and from, without a doubt. Lovely, just lovely. And if we go to the other side, they've also modeled the general aviation parking area as well. So you've got the full rendition of the airport and the surrounding area as well. So here's the general aviation parking as well. As you can see, it looks like helipads here as well. So here is that a Dash 8 or is that an ATR? That looks like an ATR, doesn't it? But here is the multi-flight there. Yeah, that's an ATR for sure. Yeah. And there you have it. Echo Golf November Mike. Leeds Bradford version 2 by ORBX. Lovely. Just look at the beautiful scenery there. Very, very nice indeed. Again, the links are available by typing exclamation scenery. You'll get both the departure and arrival airports. Before I conclude, guys, I am going to be posting the details on our community flight this coming Saturday, the 16th of December. Again, I will be very grateful if you can make it. Let's have some fun together. There will be a giveaway at the end for the Thrustmaster Boeing Captain Pack. Again, courtesy of Thrustmaster, the sponsors of our Saturday group flight. The information is coming very soon. All the necessary downloads and all that information is also going to be supplied. And you're also more than welcome to join me during the stream on live chat through the Discord 122 CTAF frequency on the Discord channel. With that note, I will leave you guys in peace, and I hope that you've enjoyed the stream despite all the issues that we've had today. I hope that it was an enjoyable stream. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.